Thanks for staying with us. Now, the story has been making headlines for a few weeks now. There's been concerns about whether or not processes were followed in the appointment of Gauteng Health Department head Arnold Malotana. At some point, in fact, the Democratic Alliance writing to the Public Protector's Office asking it to investigate this particular matter. Now, it seems Parliament has entered the picture. The chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Public Service and Administration has requested that the Public Service Commission investigates this appointment to determine whether correct procedures were indeed followed in this appointment. The chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Public Service and Administration, Villiers, is joining us for this conversation now. Good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. I mean, the story has been making headlines for for quite some time now. What raised the concerns for the committee in order to now write this particular letter to the Public Service Commission?
Well, good evening to yourself and also to the listeners, and thank you for having me on your show tonight. I think the origin of the story when it comes to the parliamentary committee is a tip-off. So we received a formal complaint from a whistleblower who basically said to us, listen, there are irregularities in the appointment of the head of health in Gauteng, and they would like us to request an investigation into how the head was appointed, whether he has the right qualifications, specifically a master's degree, as stipulated, and also how the fact that he is allegedly implicated in a 8 million rand bribe story with the SIU, how that has not influenced his appointment. Now, I must maybe just stand back and say, as the chairperson of the committee, it is not my role to argue any of these facts. I cannot validate any of these facts. What is my duty as the chairperson of the committee is to refer any incidents such as that to the Public Service Commission. And this is specifically the arena of the Public Service Commission, because they have the constitutional mandate and the ability to investigate whether these facts are in fact true or not. And then they can make a recommendation to our committee in terms of what steps we can follow in terms of our oversight role in taking this matter forward or deciding not to take the matter forward.
And of course, yes, as you say, that for you, it is about referring the matter to the Public Service Commission. But certainly, given the gravity of what is being alleged here, it must be concerning for the committee.
Yes, it is very concerning. I mean, it is quite clear from what the President has said and what the Minister has said, Minister Villiers from Public Service and Administration, also what is contained in the agreement of the Government of National Unity, that the professionalization of the state is an absolute priority, and rightfully so. There's only one of the most important ways in which we are going to improve service delivery, really empower people, and get the economy going again, is to make sure that the public officials, the public service that needs to deliver these services in whatever department they may be, are merit-based appointments, people who are professionals, who have the necessary skills to deliver that service to the state, and thus, and in the same breath, deliver that service to the public. So for our committee, our role is 100% to firstly do oversight over the Department of Public Service and Administration and the Minister, but secondly to strengthen their hand when they do the right thing and take the right actions. So we take that role very seriously, and as chairperson, I take that role very seriously. I hope that this establishes a new practice and culture that whistleblowers can come to my committee, and we will treat it confidentially, and that we can refer any irregular placements in the state, doesn't matter at what level of government it is, to the Public Service Commission, who can then do a thorough investigation.
Have you heard from the Public Service Commission?
Yes, I've received a acknowledgement of receipt, and I've also received an acknowledgement that they view this as a very serious investigation. And I think I hope that the necessary urgency will be there, but our committee will follow up with them regularly, and we will play our role as part of the team that will help to professionalize the state and make sure that we produce public service officials who are professional and placed on merit.
And of course, as you say, it's not your role to prejudge this particular matter. So let's see then when you do get the result of that particular investigation and what exactly does it reveal. So then we can see how you chart a way forward from this one. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. That was the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Public Service and Administration, Jan de Villiers. And of course, this is an important conversation. Certainly, we will reach out to the Department of Health in Gauteng also to get their take on this particular story, and also at the same time the Public Service Commission that is now investigating this particular matter in order to understand what the investigation is going to entail, how long are they envisioning it likely to take, and should things go either way here, what becomes the process going forward. So certainly we will follow up this story for you.